What's up, YouTube? I'm Rob,
And this is Nick with Coffee and Crypto.
and we got a market update for you. Not too much has changed in the market, so we're just going to basically go over Bitcoin price quickly, and then we're just going to talk about recent news, what's been going on in the crypto markets on more of the news front, and take it from there. So, Nick, why don't you run us through the Bitcoin price, where we're at, and any predictions you may have?
Very quickly, this is like watching paint dry. This is so boring the last couple months. We've been in this range between 18 and 25,000. We talked about this bear flag coming off of this like last drop, and honestly, in my opinion, and watching the charts for over 15 years, this thing should have broken down already. It's looking like every time we try to break this thing, it bounces. It keeps getting bought up, and the structure is looking less and less like a bear flag as the picture gets painted here. So, in my personal opinion, it looks like we could be forming a technical local bottom, maybe. Um, hey, I could be wrong, and we just break down in the next hour, and I look like an idiot. But it's for me, just in like studying the charts, it looks like a higher likelihood of this thing bouncing from here, where we're at. But you never know. Russia could like send nukes out tonight, and everything just implodes. So, just barring a like natural disaster or a black swan event, I think technically it looks like we should make a bounce from here.
Yeah, as we said before, there's a host of things that could happen. There's so much going on geopolitically, war, all this crazy stuff going on. So some black swan event like that could nuke the market just due to fear. And, we're just kind of trading sideways to see what happens with elections, interest rates, inflation, all that super boring stuff that has been going on the past couple of months. So we thought we would talk about some more interesting things and just recap the past week of
I got one more thing to talk
crypto
about
news.
technically.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. So before we jump into the news, I just wanted to say I saw something very interesting on Thursday and Friday this week. If you guys follow the stock market and also crypto, you've noticed that crypto and the stock market typically trade in tandem. Like if the market is up, the stock market is up, then the crypto market is up. Stock market's down, crypto market is down. Thursday and Friday this week, I noticed a very large disconnect. The market was tanking, like the Dow, the S&P on Thursday and Friday just were dumping, and Bitcoin and the crypto market were actually either up or flat. It's something that like I'm hoping this is going to become a longer term trend where crypto can finally decouple from the traditional markets. It's possible that people are very scared of stocks right now, so they're actually going into crypto as a hedge against worse things happening. I would love to see that. Kind of like the gold and silver precious metals play, where people will jump out of like stocks and buy gold and silver as like a hedge against like complete disaster happening. So it was just kind of nice to see because you don't typically see that. So without further ado, let's get into some of the news events.
All right. So first headline we got for you is crypto billionaire Sam Bankman-Fried just became the third largest holder of Robinhood. So he now has a 7.6% stake in Robinhood. He made the investment through a firm called Emergent Fidelity Technologies, which he is the sole director and majority owner of. He intends to hold the shares as an investment and will not take any action towards changing or influencing the control of Robinhood. He's now the third largest holder or shareholder of Robinhood. Robinhood jumped 29% following the news. What do you think of that, Nick? Sam Bankman-Fried, majority.
I think it's funny you call him Sam Bankman Fried, like Kentucky Fried Chicken.
That's how you spell it, fried.
No, it's Freed. Sam Bankman Fried. Yeah. I'm sorry. Okay, so what do I think about him purchasing what Robinhood or Voyager?
Robinhood.
I don't know. That dude has got a lot of money and a lot of influence now with his ownership of FTX. Uh, Honestly, I think it's good for the crypto market in general that bailouts are happening, and I'm seeing a lot of like mixed signals whether Sam Bankman-Fried is good or bad for crypto because it seems like he's like this white knight and he's bailing out all these companies. I don't know if he's doing it out of the goodness of his heart or if he's doing it as or like ulterior motives where he wants to kind of gain control of everything because of his ties with like the government and all that. So I don't know his motives behind what he's doing, but initially it looks like it's good for the crypto market because people who have invested over the last couple of years who may have lost everything in Voyager and Robinhood. Well, actually, Robinhood didn't go under, but there is talks of him bailing out Voyager, and if those customers can get their funds back, that would be a good thing for the market because it would give additional confidence to crypto in general.
Yeah, so he just bought more stake in the company Robinhood. Um, this article is saying that he's not going to influence, control of Robinhood or influence anything of Robinhood, but we know that Robinhood is going more pro crypto. They have a crypto wallet. They have all these things going pro crypto. So it's definitely trending in that direction. So I think it's a plus for crypto. Um, Lost my train of thought on that, but oh yeah. So with him, bailing these other companies out, he's not doing that out of the goodness of his heart. He's doing that to, with the intentions to acquire those companies. You loan them money when they're distressed to eventually own them when they can't pay you back. So it's just a strategy like to acquire companies. So he's not, doing this because he's just a nice guy. Um, it's like a very specific mergers and acquisition strategy that he's laying out throughout this bear market to acquire more companies. Um, what is next? So Facebook and Instagram users in the US can now share NFTs cross post and cross post between both apps. And I also saw on Instagram, you can now upload your NFT to your profile and basically show it off, which I guess is cool. I feel like such a small majority of people are into NFTs to begin with, but it's definitely pro crypto. It's good for crypto, but I feel like NFTs in general, like since we're in a bear market, is definitely like there's not a lot of interest in it right now, but I think it's positioning it for the future. Any thoughts on that, Nick?
Yeah, NFTs are just one of those things that like it was kind of it was like very hyped up last year, and I never really fully believed in like I understand the concept. Yes, you can like have ownership of this piece of art. I think in the future though, like NFTs would be much better used for like say transfer of ownership of like the title of a car or transfer of ownership of like stocks or something like that. But for owning art, yes, I understand it. I just think it got very overhyped, and I think the market and for NFTs is like down significantly more than even crypto at this point because it was so hyped up in the first place. So I understand why Instagram and is it Facebook or just Instagram? Yeah, they are doing it because they want to jump on the hype with like the metaverse. Because I know there's a lot of NFTs within the metaverse, and maybe they're just trying to kind of get NFTs on the minds of all of their users, so they can eventually transition them into understanding it for the metaverse. So I mean, I get it. I just I don't. I would like to see NFTs used more for practical, real world uses than just like artwork or video games.
All right, a couple more interesting ones, especially since we're on the topic of Sam Bankman-Fried. So here we go, Mr. Fried. Is it Freed? I guess it's Freed, right? Yeah, I got to change that. Okay. Crypto exchange FTX is moving its U.S. headquarters from Chicago to Miami. And, no surprise there. Chicago, it's a liberal city, high taxes. They're moving to Miami. Uh, you know, I would assume it's basically for the tax purposes. Um, Let's see. FTX CEO Sam Bankman said that establishing offices around the world was key to the company's mission of getting licensure for its various businesses. Miami's mayor, who is very pro crypto, has made attracting crypto companies a talent and key priority for his administration. So the next one we have is FTX, again on topic here, wins the auction to acquire Voyager Digital with $1.4 billion bid. So I guess they were bidding on Voyager. who's going to buy it out, and FTX wins it at 1.4 billion for the assets. The company tried to acquire Voyager earlier in the year through Alameda Research, which is the investment arm of Sam Bankman. And Alameda will return its $200 million crypto loan to Voyager by the end of the month. Interesting. On top of that, the Cell token from Celsius jumps as Sam Bankman Fried said to eye Celsius in a buying spree. So just a lot going on with Sam Bankman Fried and all his acquisitions. He bought Voyager. He has stake in Robinhood, eyeing to buy Celsius and moving their headquarters from Chicago to Miami. So interesting stuff. I mean, he's basically, him and FTX, they're just extending their arm into all these companies now. It's a good and a bad thing because you don't want like crypto is all about decentralization. You don't want one person controlling, all these major companies and having major stake in the big exchanges and, the things that the majority of people are using. But, he is pro crypto. He's very innovative. But again, as Nick mentioned, that, there is some bad rumors on him and his intentions. Who knows? I think it's good for the industry. I think those are the most notable things over the past week or so. So yeah, that's it. Unless you got anything else to add, Nick.
No, I already kind of gave my thoughts on SBF, Sam Bankman Fried or Freed. My thoughts on Voyager, him buying that and it being good, but we just don't know his intentions. We'll kind of see how that plays out over the next year or two.
Clearly, his intentions are to make a lot of money. He's operating out of the Bahamas where you pay no taxes. He's acquiring all these companies at dirt cheap, and he's just going for it all here. Apparently he's a very smart businessman making these acquisitions. So we'll see where it goes. But it's all pro crypto, so that's good.
All right. Other than that, if you guys could please like and subscribe to our channel. If you want to continue to get into the mind of a crypto millionaire, if you haven't seen our first video where it explains my whole story of how I invested in crypto, all of like getting into my brain and my psychology of how I was able to accomplish that over the last couple of years, subscribe and you can continue listening to our videos and getting into the mind of a crypto millionaire. Other than that, this is not financial advice, anything we talk about on here. So please do your own research before risking your hard-earned money. And we will catch you guys on the next one. Subscribe.